it's Myra with Love. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment below, and also share this video. Today we're going to be talking about psych evaluations that are required before bariatric surgery, okay? And why they are required and what they look for. First and foremost, I want to advise you guys, just as a disclaimer, this is not to coach you or prepare you on how to pass a psych evaluation. It's best to be honest during your psych evaluation because it will help you in the long run, okay? So it's not about failing or passing a psych eval. This is solely just to treat the psych evaluation as a tool. During this process, you should take time with yourself and also time with your surgeon and medical staff. This is getting you prepared for a life-changing procedure that's not going to go away. This is going to be for the rest of your life. So the first step and the most positive step that you took is realizing that you need help with your weight loss in this journey. So congratulations to you, because you made the first important step, is realizing that you need help with your weight loss, and also you need help to fix the relationship with food. Now, as we go along, I know it's exciting and you want to go hurry up and get the surgery out the way. Some may be ready to get the surgery out the way ASAP. Just use this process when you have like requirements of like sleep apnea, doing your sleep study, getting a cardiac exam for cardiac clearance, talking with your primary care physician. Take this as a learning step of you getting familiar with the procedure that you're about to encounter. And if this is really something that you want to do, if you're worried about it and you're not sure if you should do it, let your doctor know. Let them know why too. So you say, hey, I don't think at this point in time it's right for me to do this procedure. You want to spend time on this. You really want to spend time and make sure that this is something that you really want to do. I didn't just wake up one day and say I wanted to get the surgery. I've known of the surgery, been around. I've did a consultation before. I've sat on a seminar before with a different network, not this same exact network here. But I've sat on a seminar and listened to what they had to say, listened what the surgery required. And that was when I was like 18. So I'm 26. I had surgery July 15th of 2025. I am 327 pounds now. So I have lost 23 pounds from the procedure. In this entire journey, I have lost 86 pounds. Okay. So you want to make sure that, one, you're ready. Don't look at it as if, oh, I'm a failure, or the things in my life it's holding me back from bettering myself. Don't look at it as that. So we're going to talk about why psych evals are required, okay? Psych evals are required because they want to make sure, one, that you are a good candidate for bariatric surgery. They're looking for potential risk to you as a person. They're wanting to look for to see if you're going to be a long-term success, that if this is something worth putting you on the table and making an alternate change to your body for the rest of your life. They want to make sure that once you get this surgery, they're going to make sure that they're doing this surgery and they know that you're going to have a lifetime success with it. Not that you're going to get the surgery and be back in the hospital a week later, or back in the hospital 3 months later, 6 months later, a year later, because of something that you have done to yourself, right? They're going to look for things of, what are your support needs? What do you need as a person that's going to support you to be successful in this journey? Don't think that if you fail a psych eval one time that you won't ever be able to have the surgery, because there is people that I've heard that they failed the psych exam multiple times again and again, and eventually they were able to have bariatric surgery after passing their last psych evaluation. And I don't think it's because now in some cases they did say it's because they told the psychiatrist what they wanted to hear. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's just not being truthful. Okay. So you owe it to yourself, okay, to be truthful with the psychiatrist, because it's going to take a lot of work to get the surgery, especially if you have a high BMI. For me, I put in so much work to be able to have my surgeon feel comfortable about me getting the surgery. I had to lose 63 pounds before the surgery. I put myself through all of that. I'm not messing up this tool for nothing, okay? I'm sticking to it. They look for things such as binge eating, emotional eating, night eating syndrome, and bulimia, okay? They're looking for those food disorders, or those, behavioral food disorders. They just want to see if you had any behavioral changes from childhood or from adulthood from a year or two. Yes, this, and that. They just want to make sure, right? And I was asked a serious lines of questions on what my childhood life was like with eating. What foods did I eat when I was a child? How did I eat? What time did I eat? What's my schedule like with eating? Do I normally eat at night or this? For me, I ate once a day that I was used to. I ate once a day. I would work all day, and I'd probably have like a sip of water, maybe a sip of juice or something, and I would just work. And then at the end of the night, I would sit down in front of a meal, and I'm like, well, since I haven't ate all day, I'm going to eat this big meal. Pretty much about it. I did say that, I am an emotional eater. When I do get emotional, I eat. So, I had got depressed after experiencing some trauma, and I felt like food was just my safe space. Staying in the house and watching Netflix was my safe space. And, I kept it truthful. However, I was able to get myself out of it. I told my psychiatrist, I said, before I even thought about getting surgery, I knew mentally, when I saw that scale hit 412 pounds in 2023, I was like, oh no, like, you have to get up and you have to walk. And I did. I got up and I walked. My body gave me 3 signs that I was going down a dangerous path, and I wanted life more than anything. So 1, my body, I stopped breathing in my sleep. I was waking up gasping for air. 2, my knees, my ankles, my legs were stiff. When I got out of bed, I could barely walk to the restroom unless I had to like just swing my leg a leg, get the blood flow going, and then I could walk to the restroom. 3, I had a cycle that lasted 8 months. So those were 3 warning signs that I had, and I just knew I had to get back right. I knew I had to get back right. So you have to be honest with yourself. You have to be honest with yourself. They're looking for readiness. They want to make sure that you're ready for this. You're ready for the life change. They want to see, what type of support system do you have? Who's going to be your support system? Who's going to be your support person when you go to the hospital and you get the surgery? And 1, what's your mental health like? Are you depressed? Do you have anxiety? Now for me, I had anxiety. I also did have PTSD. I had some depression, but for me, I had a therapist lined up. I had a therapist lined up. I met with my therapist. I had, several coping mechanisms I had and that reframed me from emotional eating. And I told, my psychiatrist, when I was on my calorie deficit, it was kind of weird because I was like, oh wow, like I have nothing to do because I'm not eating. Like, I realized that I had so much time in the day for me, and I didn't know what hobbies what stuff that I like. So for me, I took it upon myself to go on TikTok and just see what other hobbies I could pick up. I picked up a crochet hobby. I learned how to braid my hair. I was just trying to find me. I was just trying to find me, do everything and find me at the same time. So, I told her I'm ready for this. I said, I've been battling with this all my life. It's time for me to, get up, stay strong, and take myself to the finish line, because my old self and me right now presently is rooting for me to get to that finish line and see what I can become. And I'm ready just to travel, be adventurous, and just get out there and do everything that my weight was holding me back on. I want to say it is important. The psych eval is important. Don't feel scared or nervous, because I was scared and I was nervous. I was looking up on tips. I wanted to know what was going to be talked about in the psych eval. I will tell you that my main fear was the trauma that I went through in 2021 through 2022, and a little bit into 2023. Some people didn't know. But I would say that it was just some trauma that I went through that I thought was going to hold me back from getting the surgery. And I was so ready to get the surgery, so ready to better myself. And I saw a video on TikTok, and they said that because of the trauma that they went through, they failed their psych eval. So I was coming into my psych eval. I was like, oh no, like I'm not gonna, she's gonna be like, oh no, you experienced that and da 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 da. After my psych eval, she was like, I believe you're a good candidate for bariatric surgery, and I'm gonna go ahead here and approve you for surgery. And when I said I cried, because I realized it's not what happens to you or what you go through, it's how you manage it and how you deal with it. And that didn't hold me back, and that didn't stop me at all. So just coming to spread some light on psych evals. If you're worried, if you're anxious, if you're nervous about it, one, be honest, be truthful, because at the end of the day, it's not going to hurt that psychiatrist if you're not truthful. It's going to hurt you. So you just want to make sure that you're ready for it. I know some people, they said that they waited. They was like rescheduling the surgery, kept rescheduling the surgery. They told their doctor, no, not now, I'm not ready. And their doctor respected their wishes. This is not a fast journey. It's not a quick journey to lose weight. This is a slow journey, okay? Even when I was supposed to get my surgery in May, and my doctor said, let's wait a little bit. I want you to lose more weight on your own before we, go ahead and give you the procedure, because she was worried about my liver. And I said, okay. I was a little bummed out, but I was like, okay. I was like, you know what? I said, you told yourself you did not want to do this thing fast. You wanted to do it slow. Take your time, do it slow. I don't want to do it fast, because if we're doing it fast, we might mess up somewhere in between. So I want to do this thing the right way, okay? And I did it the right way. July 15th, I feel like that was a very good day for me to get my surgery, because everything went right. And so I knew I made the right decision, and before deciding to get bariatric surgery, I prayed on that decision. I prayed on it. I researched, and I prayed again. This journey it's a very empowering journey, and it's a life-changing journey. So just take your time. Don't rush, because if you rush, you may get into something that you wasn't mentally prepared for. So I do just want to keep that as a reminder to you guys. If you have any questions, you can always comment under my videos with questions. If you don't feel as if you can comment under a video, leave your name. I do have an Instagram. It's the same name as my TikTok, t.aaNY. Myra, Myra. And I do have a link tree that I'm going to post some things that you do need for surgery, or what I see best. Okay, so thank you for watching my channel. Again, this is Myra with love. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and stay connected with me. Okay, so I am on TikTok, I am on Instagram, and I am here on YouTube. Okay, just stay connected. If you don't have a support system, again, I will be your support system. We have a support system. We have a community on TikTok. And yeah, we got everything lined up. So if something goes wrong with that app, we have another app. So I'm here for you guys. Again, think this thing through. This is really important. Being post-op, I realized how important that psych eval was, and how important the steps that the surgeons are advising. Okay, your surgeon is just not blowing out air. Your surgeon has seen people who have gone through it, and this is why they have, stacks of paper that they give you. Okay, so thank you for watching. It's Myra with love.